Morning, friends. He's back on stage. He's back in his natural habitat as he talks about his ongoing legal action between him, the Murdoch Empire, and the Sun newspaper. And as you've guessed, media channels all over the world have picked this up because of his brilliance and his eloquence when he talks. Not only is he talking about how the media manipulate stories to get clicks, he's also talking about the trolls that follow him and Meghan and how many times they've read that they've been separated or divorced. It's not just about the money for Harry. This is about getting the media to take responsibility and have accountability for the stories that they publish about him, his family, and his children, but also other people that don't have the luxury, the resources, and the money that Harry has. He is making a point for everyone. And the video clips from when he's on stage, he is a true global statesman. The way he can talk confidently and clearly about the issues he's facing and why he shouldn't have to put up with it is just a different level. Can you imagine any other member of the royal family, the British non-working male members of the royal family, being able to talk like this on stage? I can't. Good on you, Harry. Get the message across. Comments are open, guys. Let me know what you think.
I mean, I was looking even as we were in the race coming up to this day. I Googled news you, and there were people who are fascinated by everything you're doing all the time. They're fascinated by Meghan is in California right now, and you're here, and there's articles left and right about why are you doing independent events? Why are you doing them together?
Because you invited me, you should have known.
This is true.
You should have known that was going to happen.
But do you know, is that normal for you? That the second there's an article that says she's in California, you're in New York, they say, well, what is happening with these two, right? So is that a good thing for you in a way that there's so much interest in you?
No, there's definitely not a good thing. Because apparently we've bought or moved house maybe 10, 12 times. We've apparently divorced maybe 10, 12 times as well. So it's just like, what? So yeah, it's hard to keep up with, but that's why you just sort of ignore it. The people I feel most sorry about are the trolls who their hopes are just built and built and built, and it's like yes, and then it doesn't happen. Right. So I feel sorry for them. Genuinely, I do. I mean that. But yes, I have no doubt that everything that we've spoken about today, in the last, the clock's on zero, 25 minutes, will be spun or twisted somehow against me, and maybe you yourself,
it's possible,
will be trolled relentlessly, and for that I can only apologise. But you did invite me, so
now let's talk about our favourite couple. They've been very active this week, have they not? Well, let's do this one by one. I mean, once again, last couple of days, they've gone off separately. These solo appearances are now becoming all that they ever do. Now, Harry has sort of said, oh, these divorce rumours are ridiculous. He went to New York to a book fair and he did one of these excruciating fawning interviews on the stage where, they ask questions like, Harry, of all your triumphs, which do you think is the greatest? Those kind of, backside crawling chats. Anyway, he did start talking about all the speculation. He said, oh, yeah, I keep hearing we've moved house 10 or 12 times. I've heard we've divorced 10 or 12 times. And so he's implying it's a load of old rubbish. However, you think, well, look, if you want to put pay to all of this talk, it's been 3 months, more than 3 months, since you two have been seen in public together. So instead of just making a video, which they made this week, of them looking very forcedly happy in Montecito behind the gilded gates of their mansion, why don't they just step out and get photographed together? Because that would kill everything off. Why are they still pursuing this? I mean, by all means, make as many solo appearances as you like, but surely now and again, to be seen together in public would stop people speculating that that relationship is in trouble. While he's in New York giving an asinine interview on stage at some book fair, she is at Tyler Perry's awards ceremony, some dreary Hollywood awards ceremony, looking sort of really pointedly alone, I thought. It's really strange, isn't it?
Well, first I would mention that the video you're referencing was a montage of the last 12 months. So when were they last together? We can't even pinpoint. Was it Tyler Perry's birthday party? Was the last time right around Prince Harry's birthday that we actually saw them together? And also, you know, the idea of Prince Harry being annoyed by our gossip, by anyone's gossip about his relationship, is like pot meet kettle. You opened the floodgates when you released an entire book about your family, gossiping on your family. Harry, you've been our #1 source for gossip over the last 4 years when it comes to the royal family. You know, that you brought this on yourself. But it reminded me, and tell me if I'm stretching, because Charles Ray slapped my hand earlier today. He said we have to stop debating this, but tell me if I am stretching here. There was a 1985 ITN interview with Alistair Burnett. Was that his name?
Alistair Burnett, yes.
Yeah, Burnett. And he was talking to Diana and Charles, and he asks them a little bit about their relationship. And there was an on-air exchange between Diana and Charles where he's like, yeah, we fight like any couple. And Diana is very adamant, like, no, we don't. No, we don't. And you see this friction. And royal biographer Robert Lacey claimed in his 2008 book, Monarch, the Life and Reign of Queen Elizabeth II, that Diana had lied spectacularly in that interview. He added Diana's insistence on an image of impossible perfection could, with hindsight, be seen as a telling clue to some of the problems in their marriage. And it was shortly after that interview that Charles officially reconnected with Camilla. So does the New York Times really think Prince Harry's going to sit on the stage and say, well, actually, we've not been getting along very well? You know? No.
Yeah, I think I've got to tell you, since you asked, I think it's all over. No, I mean, he's not going to do this. But here, there's only two explanations, as far as I can see, for this constant apartness, this constant separation in public. Never, ever seen together these days for more than 3 months in public, right? One explanation is that because their constant separation seems to promote lots of column inches, lots of headlines in the newspapers. Meghan in particular really likes it because she just likes getting written about. She likes being in the papers. So
we're not talking about how screwed up American Riviera Orchard is.
No, we will. Don't worry. Give me a couple of minutes. And so she's enjoying the publicity because she does enjoy the publicity. So that's one explanation. The only other explanation is this marriage is in trouble.
Well, I would tell you this. If we focus specifically on the professional side of the separation, I firmly believe that the professional separation is beneficial to one person and one person only, and that is Prince Harry. We liked Prince Harry before he met Meghan Markle. I think people are more likely to forgive Prince Harry than they are willing to forgive Meghan Markle. I know you disagree with me on that, but you know, people have been invested in him since he was a little boy sticking his tongue out the window sitting next to Princess Diana.
I don't disagree with you, by the way. Certainly, people, you know, I mean, Harry has committed awful sins against the royal family, but certainly the British people, they'd find it difficult, but they might begin to forgive him, but they'll never forgive her.
And we know that she is so self-consumed, so why would she agree to an arrangement where Harry is elevated and all of the press that is positive is about her husband? And we're going to spend 15 minutes talking about how lonely and ridiculous she looked walking another red carpet, having to be yanked off of another red carpet. Never met a red carpet that she didn't like. Is she wearing her hair back up now because her contractual obligations to the hair company she's invested in are over now? You know, like why would she agree to that when the only winner in a separate, you know, in a professional separation is Harry? Her claim to fame is the man that she is married to. End of story.
Yeah, indeed. Now, the other development this week that's been written about over here in Britain was that Posh and Becks, David Beckham and Victoria Beckham, were guests of honour at...
However, if being a royal is so terrible that it's fine for them to slag off the royal family, why don't they just leave? Why don't they renounce their titles? Why does she insist on being a duchess still? Why does he insist on still being a duke? And I'll tell you why I think the answer to that is, and then I'll let you respond. It's because they know they need to be relevant and royal enough to be able to monetize
Do you honestly think that they would go away? Do you honestly think that they would disappear from view if they just became... For a start, we refer to them mostly as Harry and Meghan Markle. So we don't talk on this show and go, the Duchess of whatever. What is she? The Duchess of
Sussex.
There you go. Couldn't even remember. The Duchess of Sussex and the Duke of Sussex. We don't even refer to them as that. So it's actually irrelevant if they are called us. I don't think it would be the end of their lives if they didn't have them, but they have them so they can
use them. But it damages the crown.
Remember as well, can we talk about how much work? Why do we never talk? Why do we never go and interview the veterans, the people who participate and are involved in the Invictus Games, of which Harry has changed the lives of so many people, supported by Meghan? Why don't we talk about some of the amazing causes that Meghan does on a daily basis for the United Nations and other great big corporations around the world?
You know, Denise, you have been, and I say this with love, round the block enough time to know that if they are slagging off the royal family, that's always going to be...
Oh my God, Christo, listen to me. They're not slagging off the royal family. Right, for a start, why is the royal family... I love the royal family. I'm a great royalist, but you've got to remember, they know a lot about why they left that we are not privy to, that they can't talk about, because believe you me, I am sure that if they really wanted to slag off the royal family, and you know what I'm talking about, Christo, if they really wanted to slag off the royal family, they would slag off the royal family, right? There are a lot of sitting ducks there that they could take out.
But is it fair they make money out of... Okay, maybe not to the extent that they could.
They're not making money out of it.
Of course they are. Do you think Netflix would give them £100 million if they didn't know they were going to get dirt on the royal family and they didn't have their titles? Harry's got a book coming out, 2 books.
We're picking out this dirt on the royal family, going through a whole article she wrote, and picking out one little line where she said Harry lost his father.
No, there's more than one line I can give you in that article that I've got a problem with. She also goes on to say that she doesn't talk about, doesn't ever read the press, but then also gives interviews saying how terrible the press is about her.
To be honest, you'd have to live in a bunker. You'd have to live in a mountainside bunker and be Meghan Markle, whether or not you read the press. I'll tell you what, Christo, I don't know if it's happened to you or not, but it's certainly happened to me in a very tiny, minor, minuscule, unimportant way. But many times over my life, I've courted controversy, some not deserved, some completely deserved, in my drinking days. When you are the centre of a press storm, you think that everybody in the whole world, it's a minority of people who are on that journey with you, for good or bad. But it's the most horrible, horrible time when you are at the centre of a press storm and everybody hates you, even if it's deserved. It's horrendous. But that storm blows over and life goes on, and But she has that every single day with this country. And if you look back, right, if you look back, I know you say that you love Meghan and all of this stuff, and other people.
God, I do.
Absolutely, Christo. Listen, I've known you a long time. I know that you did, and I appreciate your points. But the fact is that if you look back over the way that, for example, when the pregnancies were happening, the way that if Kate Middleton touched her bump, she was cradling her precious child. When Meghan cradled her bump, she was doing it for attention because she spotted the cameras on her. Now, that is a fact.
If you're saying to me that do I think everything that's ever been written about her was fair, absolutely not. But also Sarah Ferguson, Kate Middleton herself, Dawes Manuel was her nickname. Many of the royal women, rightly or wrongly, have received bad press, but Meghan is the only one that has gone on the record repeatedly to say how terrible it is, firstly. Secondly, I'll give you another line. I'll give you I'll give you another line from this article that I think that is dishonest. She says that if she lived in the UK, she wouldn't be able to pick her children up from school because of the Royal Press Corps, which apparently also used the N-word about her. Well, firstly, no royal article ever used the N-word about her, number one. And secondly, William and Kate pick up their children from school constantly, and there is an understanding between the royal press and them that they can do that. But still, she's not telling the truth.
William and Kate pick up their children from school, and if there's any press about it, which sometimes there is, it's look at the joyous occasion of a normal...
No, they have released the pictures because they have chosen to release the pictures, so she's talking rubbish.
Picking up their beautiful children from school. If Meghan Markle did, it would be, look at her, craving attention, going to the school gate. The girl cannot do anything right, no matter what she does. And the amount of attention on finding out her lies is an utter disgrace.
I had lunch with Harry and William's then press secretary. And in the story I wrote, I said as a line, you know, that Harry and William had fallen out and that was one of the reasons they were moving. And then a lot of the focus was on Kate and Meghan, which was rubbish, frankly, because actually the falling out wasn't between Kate and Meghan. Although, perhaps that's more sexy for the girls to be, you know, cat fighting, bitch fighting. Kate and Meghan, I think, were kind of trying to support their husbands. And then a couple of weeks later, I wrote a big article about bad blood brothers. Our amazing subs at The Sun came up with that headline. And I wrote about William and Harry falling out and their rift. And that... Before that we printed that on the Saturday, and that week I went out for lunch with Harry and William's press secretary, and I said to him, I was going to write this, I put everything to him. I said that how William, in a sort of fraternal way, had tried to say to Harry, he didn't say don't marry her, he'd said, are you sure things are moving so quickly? It's really difficult marrying into the royal family. Don't go too quickly. You know, William's a lot more cautious than Harry. They'd fallen out over money. They'd fallen out over positions. Harry had been given these plum positions in the Commonwealth, Queen's Commonwealth Trust by the Queen. William hadn't. But of course, William's going to be king. He doesn't need to be, but he didn't see it like that. So they'd fallen out over money. They'd fallen out over positions. They'd fallen out over a girl.
The Sun's royal editor, and welcome to Royal Exclusive. With me in the studio today is legendary royal photographer Arthur Edwards and Sky's royal correspondent Rhiannon Mills. Welcome both.
Hello.
Thank you. Lovely to be here.
Really nice to be here.
Rhiannon, am I right? You did have a conversation with Prince Harry about his hopes becoming his parental hopes at one stage a few years ago, didn't you?
Yeah. Do you know what? It was amazing. It was that trip that we did to New Zealand. I'd only been doing the royal job for about 3 months, and at the time there was still so much interest in William and Kate, and Princess Charlotte had just been born. There was a general election, and I was like, do you know what, let's go to New Zealand and I'll see if I can get a chat with him. And they said yes. They were like, yeah, it's fine. And it was a real turning point for him because he was about to leave the army, so I was like, this is a great time to have a chat with him. And a bit of a backstory to it. Literally the day before, I was made to go up to the bungalow where he was staying on Stewart Island, this really remote island. I had to get a lift with a rat catcher who moved all of her rubbish into the back of the car, got me in the car, drove me up to this bungalow. And I'd never met him before. And so we had a little chat about the kind of things we talk about. And he was like, you can ask me whatever you want, but I might not answer it. And the other thing that he said to me at the time, because I was asking him about William and Kate moving out to Norfolk, and I said to him, have you ever thought about moving away? And he was like, yeah, I'd love to move away, but I can't because of what I need to do to support the Queen. And that has just stuck with me forever in terms of, he didn't say it on camera, he just said it in a really candid chat with me. And so whenever anyone says to me, it was Meghan's fault that they left, that conversation always springs to mind because he always had it in him, this potential to jump. And I think Meghan came along and said, hold my hand and we'll jump together.
But it was the sense of duty that kept him there then. It was a sense of duty to the Queen that meant that he didn't want to jump.
Yeah, and then how things changed. But then within the interview, I did sort of ask him whatever I wanted to ask him, and I said, Princess Charlotte's just been born, would you like to have kids? And he came out with this brilliant line, I'd love to have kids right now, but there's a process that you have to go through, to which his communications team kind of took a bit of an intake of breath, like, oh my goodness, why did he say that? But then he also went on to say about how he just wanted to have someone alongside him to support him. And then what was it? A couple of years later, he met Meghan. Yeah. But yeah, that line, it went global. It just went mad. But that was a great trip. That was Harry
I
of
remember
old.
that Stewart Island trip because we remember the quiz night.
Yes.
It was the press at their own table and Harry had his table.
Yeah, like how different is this? That we were all in this same, like,
all in
little
this
pub
room
on a
and,
remote island. It's mad.
And I know the press won.
How did you arrive at your own uniform, and is uniform the best solution for working women?
I think that's an entirely personal decision. Tina, I know you have your uniform and it works very well for you.
Not as well as yours, I have to say. But
and there, other women who, love to be chameleons and to change and surprise us. I mean, it's probably just a very easy decision to think about wearing the same thing every day and not to have to be concerned. But, I think maybe it's a little bit boring and it's time to change. I've been thinking a lot about suits recently. So.
Really? Okay, good. I want to see that.
Thank you, the Duchess of Sussex, right?
Absolutely.
Hello, my people. Lady Rosie here. How y'all doing? To all my new subscribers, you're welcome. And my returning subscribers, you all know I love you. Guys, the tabloids are mad. Oh, gosh. I guess you saw them. That witch from California, that miserable, low-life person. Her with that dude there with a funny look on his face. He acts like somebody who's smelling something bad. That O'Sullivan person. These people are so miserable. I wonder, damn, they have no shame. Did you all see what they came out here to talk about? They are talking, they're criticizing Harry because Harry told the truth. They are trolls. Low-life people, trolls. And they have that complexion for the protection that protects them. That's how they fly with whatever they say. Just imagine if we were the ones saying stuff like that about them. They just are victims. They are victims. They will say bad stuff about you. But guess what? You have no right to come and say anything bad. And don't you even dare to be Meghan Markle and say something similar to that. What Prince Harry said. Call them trolls. They've been divorced 100 billion times. And the divorce they're really talking about here, it's Bulliam and Mambolina's marriage. That marriage is broken. For y'all guys who saw the Christmas, wherever that they had yesterday, I don't know how that thing went. And y'all, please drop the comment here below because I ain't got no time to be watching some people celebrating Christmas when it's not even Christmas yet. It's not even the 25th that they came up with. This Jesus' birthday, this monarchy people came up with. It's not even legit. What December? Are you telling me that it is a December when Jesus was born? The scenario that is played in that Bible and everything that's written in that Bible, y'all need to read that Bible. Y'all put that Bible down. Y'all put that book down. Because damn kings came up with this winter solstice, or solstice, whatever it used to be called. And then they called it, Jesus wasn't born no December. If you look at the weather around that Middle East, around that time there, people, y'all need to start thinking. Yes, I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. But I don't believe in monarchy. Little Lulu, I don't think that you want to sit down here and start making videos. Do you? Do you? You want to sit down there and start making videos? Look. that person is messing up. That little person is trying to get in the videos. So I asked him if he want to start making these videos. And y'all saw his face. And right now he's sitting down there like out of shame. Let me show you how he's behaving. No. He doesn't like being called out. He's the same as those tabloids. He's the same as these English tabloids. Look at him. See that? Yep. That's another English tabloid sitting down here. He won't let me talk. He just want me to talk to him. But guys, so y'all saw that Kingsley, wherever y'all call that kid. Oh gosh. You can't really pay me enough to hate people. You can't pay me enough to come online and talk about nonsense, about hating human beings. This girl just hated Meghan, maybe because she had a crush on Prince Harry. But guess what, Kingsley? Harry does not hang out with people like you. You are a miserable person. You are a miserable, low-life, inbred person. Just look at yourself. You need to get it together. Nowadays, people date online, go online and register yourself. Lie about your behaviors. Lie about the hate that you have towards Meghan Markle. And I might say that hate is towards all the black people combined. Because the only racist person can say most of this thing that comes out of your mouth about a black person. Yes, I believe you are the product of those triple Ks. You are one of those. That's the family you came from. Because that level of hate, brother, girl, you need Jesus. Yes, like people like you don't only need one Jesus. You need 3 Jesuses if they're out there. Because I believe y'all guys don't really even believe in God. You believe in gods. So y'all, you need 3 Jesuses to heal the hate out of your ugly heart. You are horrible. So to them, they have the right to come to troll Harry and Meghan. And Harry and Meghan do not have the right to come and respond to them. They have to be quiet. Can you believe this double standard? Can you believe this double standard? Y'all watched Denise Walsh. Denise Walsh, God bless you. And I do like the way you do stand up for our Duchess. And yeah. What is the title gonna do? What does the title do? Is the actual foundation called the Salty Island Foundation that's raising money to help charities in the United States of America? What is Meghan Markle using that is giving her money from y'all guys? And this Kingsley Low Life said Meghan got famous behind Prince Harry. I believe you just never watched Hollywood. I'm believing that you really never even watched TV around here. That's why you do not know who Meghan Markle is. And you know, by the way, people like you, I don't also tend to know them. Why would you even know Meghan Markle? Meghan Markle is a black woman. And so I do not know about some people like you either. I can't hold that against you. Because I do not watch people like you. And you did not care to watch a minority woman, a black woman, on TV. She was way popular before all those. Well, what was Prince Harry popular about? What was he on TV about? Prince Harry was out there helping this colonial chamber machine to navigate the Commonwealth countries with people like me and Meghan in them. because he's very diplomatic and a very well-spoken, very smart kid. That's why he was building those bridges between those countries with minority peoples, like minority people, with black people, brown people, like me. He likes us. And that's why he married one of us. Yep. And his children have a black grandmother. How about that? Looking exactly like my mama. Archie and Lilibet's grandmother is Miss Dory Ragland. Beautiful black woman. A grandmother that you cannot trade with nothing. You cannot compare her with that mistress or home wrecker, that one Queen Esquire. You cannot compare her with nobody in that family. Beautiful, smart lady. Very well educated, a social worker. With great heart. Her daughter, Meghan Markle, inherited that beautiful heart of hers. And Meghan's husband inherited a beautiful soul of Meghan's mother-in-law, Princess Diana, the queen of y'all nonsense witches. Y'all thinking that Meghan Markle is lesser than, and she was not popular, she was not a celebrity. Why are you jealous? Why are you all mad about her? Why do you all call her Hollywood star, which is she's the star of your mother. She's your star. Right now, if you do not say her name, you can't even feed your children. You can't even feed your miserable life. You miserable, low-life self. Without her name in your mouth, you can't even breathe. You can't sell papers. You can't get any clicks from the YouTube. You can't get clicks from TikTok. No clicks on WhatsApp. No clicks on Instagram. No clicks on TikTok. No clicks on Twitter without the black beautiful woman's name, Meghan Markle, and your damn rotten 3 AAA rotten mouths. Y'all ain't got nothing against for Meghan. You all got nothing that you can even say bad to hurt us. Because we know who you are. Miserable victim. You're going to attack somebody, but then you are the first person to be the victim. You're going to say, all you want to say about a black woman, but when a black woman stands up and says one word, all the hell breaks loose. Because you have the audacity. You can say stuff. And we can't say nothing. I'm telling you, all that time, all that slavery time, all that man controlling black people's mouths or anything, those time are over. Since the 1800s. You can't do it anymore now. It's not working. And it's never going to work again. I wish people like y'all guys, somebody was just kind of letting us lock each other in rooms one-on-one and see who's going to get through the windows. But since the world became just very well civilized, and then we have all those people like y'all guys, and then you have all them freedom of speech, and they're just letting you guys do what you guys continue to do. And say whatever you have to say in the name of freedom of speech. You know those times when people used to throw hands? People like you, instead of talking, just come put yourself in a room with some of those girls there. If we're gonna see even half of y'all guys continuing to say what y'all guys say about us most of the times. I'm not talking about everyone with complexion or protection. I'm talking about you racists. You racists, I'm talking about you. And you are the ones with that victim DNA. You're gonna say everything, but guess what? I ain't got no right to say anything back. Because, brother, anything I say is gonna turn against me. I just better let you continue to say whatever you want to say. And just be quiet about it. And if I say anything, I am a loud black woman. Aggressive black woman. I'll be aggressive anytime. Don't try me, I tell you. And if you want to try me, say it to my face. I love you, Kamala Harris. God bless you. You did what most of these people couldn't do. Most of them people sitting down there criticizing you couldn't even do. Kudos. Those Kinsley kind of people, they just sit around that a little Hollywood logo in whatever is a virtual studio that she sits there talking about Meghan Markle. She ain't got nobody else to talk about. And this dude here, the O'Sullivan guy, that one there with the twisted face like a corn. That guy just gets walked up when he hears the name of Harry and Meghan. So, since when, if you were married to somebody, you guys only have to be working together. You have to do everything together. You do everything of your lives together. Everything that you do has to be done together in the order for the people of this world to accept that you are also a human being. I saw Melinda Gates when she was still married to Bill Gates. Those people did charity work. I never seen them going everywhere around hours together. And even this bullying guy with the middle bomb, you don't see those people going places most of the times together. When they go places together, that's when you see this one here, and Mambolina. You see her starting to cutsy for in the air when nobody's even watching her. She's like, well, for the sake of camera around, guess what? I'm just gonna cutsy to the air. I'm just gonna cutsy to nobody. Somebody gonna see this gesture. Otherwise, I did not come in out to the public. And then guess what? The tabloids gonna say they're just gonna talk about me because I did cutsy. I cutsy to God only. I ain't cutsy to no damn man. And a man like this guy here, a cheater. That guy, the Charlie boy. The guy who went and cheated on the mother of these two beautiful kids. Well, let me change that. This bully man no beautiful no more. You know that mother of his, Princess Diana, she came and snatched that beauty that she gave to that little wizard. Yeah, that kid used to be beautiful when I was little. When I was younger, I thought he looked cute. But all of a sudden, that kid started talking smack and saying all the horrible stuff about his mama. Guess what? The mama spirit came and took that beauty away. Now he be looking weird like a Charlie boy. Well, Charlie boy still have a little bit of hair by that dude. Oh, I'm telling you. Dude, you need to save you some money and go to Turkey. Yeah, save your money, go to Turkey, to Istanbul. Yeah, I'm going to send you the video link. And you know where I'm going to send that video link? On the Prince and Princess of Wales. On Instagram. Check my message down there. I'm going to drop some link there for those people, the hair transplant. In Istanbul, Turkey, it's a little money. And do you a billionaire? You shouldn't even look for those hair transplant people that are down in London. I'm sure they got lots of them there. So they could at least fix something. Dude, you look bad. You look like bad news. I can't believe it in my head. I'm saying like model paper news kind of looks even better than that head of yours. That head looks like a bad, twisted news. Your mama came and took that beauty away. Ugly does not pay. Ugly soul does not pay. Even the dead spirit of your people will come to snatch everything from you. You came up with all those documentaries about the homelessness. The brother, the Channel 4 came out swinging, exposed all of y'all guys. Exposed everything. You know the Peter Prince? What was also said, let me just throw this one real quick in there before I go back to this Kinsley and all this rotten, messed up low-life tabloids. I heard the Peter Prince, Andrew. So, Charlie Boy invited him for Christmas. And the Charlie Boy actually, there was a leak. I don't know if Minister of Hacks did spill the tea for y'all guys. But if not, I'm going to come back with that one. Trust me, you know, he did a video about it a few days ago. I don't know if I did put it in those compilation of the video there. Y'all please drop it down and comment. But if I didn't put it, also tell me so I could go look for that video. There's a confirmation. Charlie Boy is supporting his little brother. So Charlie Boy knows the brother got juice on him. Sweet juice. You know, I heard the brother, the Peter Prince, was gonna drop some spare book too. Spare volume 2B. That spare 2B was gonna spill the beans about a Charlie Boy with a minus. You know, some words I don't finish them. Yeah, you heard me. So now Charlie Boy went to the brother. He like, guess what? I got 3 million for you, brother. Please shut up. Do not write no damn book. And I'ma not kick you out of that lodge. That lodge is gonna be yours. You still gonna inherit those 30-bedroom homes. That home, I mean. That mansion is yours, and then your princesses, Eugenie and Beatrice, they're gonna inherit that. Don't write no spare 2.0. You must spare, and I love you. I don't care if you Peter. I support you, brother. Ciao, Joe. Don't spill the tea. That sweet tea. There is a lady called Lady Rose Success on YouTube. She ain't no good. She got tea with the sugar in it. She gonna come spill it. And that other dude, the Minister of Hacks. The Minister of Hacks' name is Martin. They're gonna spill the tea. And then if you go to the other white squatty girl, Meredith Costa, she gonna spill the tea, and she gonna call it the royal, whatever she calls it. So that's why Charlie Boy pulled all the nonsense that he was bringing out here about his brother. The dirty laundry that he came to expose here out in the public. Charlie Boy took those laundry and put it in a laundry basket. Then dirty laundry basket in his closet. because he was afraid Peter Prince was going to drop Spare 2.0. The volume of Spare 1-2B. Y'all, guys, let me laugh. Did y'all see the piece of that video? One of them journalists said, guess what? Prince Harry was getting ready to leave that place. Y'all, remember what Prince Harry said in Spare? If y'all read that book, that brother said, every time he left the UK and every time he was coming back to that country, he had terrible anxiety. He was not prepared to live his life on that salty island with these terrible people around him. The people who sit around always discriminate against the minorities. And what he did, he went and married a black woman to even piss them off more. Because he knew if he would marry a black woman, these people wouldn't want him. Everything he played, that guy ain't no dumb. No. He played something because he wanted to be broken, leave that place. He did not want to live his life with these miserable people who did what they did to his mother. He did not want to live in the shadow of this bullying lazy ass guy. That's not what he prepared himself to do. Y'all heard from that journalist. Thank you all guys, the white sisters with good heart. God bless you all guys. And thank you for telling the truth. Thanks for all of y'all guys, ladies. All these beautiful white ladies who came here to defend Meghan. I appreciate y'all. That's how humanity should be. You shouldn't be looking at people's colors to defend them. Do not just hate somebody because of their color and say stuff like this Kinsley, low life, that one. Don't do that. It doesn't look good on you. Do not play victim when you're not victim. Walk within your rights. You have no right to come there and bash a person, and you do not want that person to come and defend themselves, to speak, to talk back and say anything. That's the wrong way to be. That entitlement is bad. Terrible. That entitlement doesn't make all of most of you all guys look good. That's why you ruin it for everybody around. Why do y'all guys do what you do? Change those behaviors. That's not what y'all stand for. Let's all be humans. Let's love each other and support each other. We have nothing against y'all. We're not here to fight you. We get married to you. Our sisters, cousins, children, everybody, we get married. We multicultural married. In my family. Why should we sit down there and just hate people because of how they look? This O'Sullivan, you could not even get any black woman to even date you. Because just the way you look, you a piece of man. We don't be hanging around piece of man. You a piece of something. Piece of loser. Man. That's what you are. And brother, you look weird. No wonder you're so miserable. I wonder if you're really sober every time you make videos about Harry and Meghan. And also this Kinsley. I never seen a woman hating another woman this much. Never in my life. All right, my people, this thing is never gonna end. We're gonna keep exposing them, and I love you all, guys. I'm gonna talk to you all guys again later. Please subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Isabella Beck's channel. Let's get the sister to 10,000 subscribers. Let's get all the success-friendly channels to 10,000 subscribers. You know how we can do that, guys? Every time you see my videos, share my videos. Anytime you see Isabella Back's videos, share those videos. Share them on all the platforms where y'all guys be traveling on social media here. Put those videos on your train, on your bus, when you're going to take that bus there. Ride with my video. Ride with the Isabella Back's video. Ride with Royal Success video. Roll with Claire McCain's video. Roll with everybody. All the success-friendly channels. Let's get those channels to big numbers. Okay? And all of my queens and kings who were purchased the subscription to my channel, I appreciate you. Before I go, y'all, please follow my queen there, Casey Brown, on TikTok. So she did help put the majority of the videos, the compilation that you saw on here today. So she did help put those together. She's on TikTok there. So y'all go follow the sister, give her a follow. So let's go to get her to some big numbers. She does great job to help us expose these lunatics. I love you. Bye-bye.